From Louisville, Kentucky, Marcus Conrad. His opponent comes to us from the Ivy League. He is the academic standard, GPA.
GPA has hit the ring, and he is taking it to Marcus Conrad.
This is a completely different GPA than we have ever seen. GPA. Marcus Conrad's made this personal. We just heard what the sash means to GPA. How much deeper meaning than just a normal entrance prop that another wrestler might use.
Yeah, he is stomping a mud hole in him, and he just used some language I've never heard him use before. Conrad is looking to get the hell out of Dodge.
I don't think Conrad knew what he was getting into. GPA wants to fight.
Drops that fist, and he is not looking to wrestle. He wrestles better than just about anybody here, but he's looking to kick some ass tonight.
GPA has turned into a monster, and I think this is what he has needed.
Yeah, it could be the missing piece of the puzzle. We talked about it when he wrestled Mojo McQueen for the title. He doesn't quite know how to fight, and now he's insisting on fighting. He might be adding a new fold to his game.
My jaw's on the floor. I've never seen this at a GPA. Normally, he likes to wrestle. He likes to outthink his opponent. He is full force ahead.
Oh, it sends the head of Conrad right into that guardrail.
No count-out rule here in Underground Wrestling fully in effect, as GPA is beating Conrad from pillar to post. The look in GPA's eyes, if we can get a good shot of that, he's angry, and for good reason. Marcus Conrad came into what GPA feels is his house, that ring. He took one of his most prized possessions. He walked by him like a stranger taking candy.
Ow! Slam on the floor! This is a new sadistic side to GPA.
He's long gone, and I don't know if I like it or not.
We're gonna see.
For sure Marcus Conrad doesn't. But last month, I know you weren't here, but you saw it on Smartwork Video.
I did, yes.
Mike Matthews picked GPA as his partner in Face Beauty and the Beast for the tag belts, and they could have won the belts. I fully believe we could have seen them take the titles, two great singles competitors, but GPA's mind wasn't in it. He wasn't sharp. I feel as if the Mojo lost, losing that title match so decisively, and then having the sash taken away from him so easily, it killed his confidence. Tonight, there's something in GPA, though.
Yeah, a lot of guys, they need a little bit of time to recover. They need to wallow a little bit, and maybe they need to be kicked while they're down. And that's what happened at GPA, and I think now, at this time, he has finally snapped, and we're starting to see a different side of him. And it's not even about Mojo anymore. It's about getting back what Marcus Conrad took from him and teach him a lesson and never do it again.
GPA's literally going for the jugular. But he's doubting himself. And
Spear by Conrad!
One of Marcus Conrad's signature maneuvers. And right there's that moment of self-doubt GPA just had. Again, I think as much the Mojo thing might still be in his head, definitely the fact that that's the man who walked into his house and stole his sash. It's in his head. He's thinking, am I enough of a man to take on this challenge? It's not about wrestling so much as it is about proving his worth, proving his machismo. This has been quite a battle.
Certainly has, and Conrad placing those knees on the temple, the neck of GPA. Look at that elbow. Digging it into the side of the head of GPA and now driving it into the temple.
And we haven't even mentioned the fact that the reason why Conrad took that sash was because he's trying to prove his worth to Jesus Christ. He wants to follow Bryce. He believes in Bryce. And he sees him as the key to getting further both in life and in spirituality, awakening himself. But Bryce so far hasn't been so kind as to welcome him into the church. We saw on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/UGWrestlingcom, Bryce didn't think it was enough. He just took the sash from a down GPA. And Conrad, I think, is out here tonight to prove above all else that I don't know what he's going to do.
Well, and that's the thing. If he's willing to steal something of sentimental value, what else is he willing to do to GPA as a human being? And we might find out tonight, unfortunately. Lifting him up above his head, stalling him in suplex position and dropping him down.
But Conrad got hurt there. You can tell that body slam on the floor had just as much effect on him as any move in this match. Cover.
1, 2, and only a 2 count for Conrad.
I think that's a story we're going to have to follow, not just now, but in the months to come. That could have been a long-term injury. I think GPA has left his mark on Conrad as much as Conrad has left his mark on GPA. But right now, Conrad is the one at a vertical base. GPA feeling the pain.
He's jaw-jacking, cannot take his eye off the ball in a contest with a competitor like GPA. But Conrad strikes him and sends him right back down to the canvas.
Now Conrad going back to that rear chin lock. The forearm might be going under the throat in a way that
almost like a rear naked with a gable grip. It is on the sides of the neck, so it is technically legal.
But you got to think Conrad's out to hurt GPA beyond the normal means of a professional wrestling match. He's got to do, I guess, something more. I don't want to think about what that more is, but you can tell he's out for more than just getting the win over GPA.
No, GPA up to his feet with a 245 man on his back, and he drops Conrad down to the canvas. This facial expression that we've seen from GPA all night.
Never.
1, 2, not something we've ever seen from him before.
You know, I know we've both had the chance to be friends with Jeff, you longer than me.
Yes,
and
yeah.
You've got to know him a bit. You know, he's normally a very happy guy, very smiley.
A nice, polite, courteous individual.
And
lately he's not the same.
This is not the Geoffrey Austere I met.
Not at all. The kicks from Conrad grounding him.
And he's tempting him to do something more. Now he's going to choke him on the ropes. He almost didn't break there, referee Andy Long. Got very close to that 5 counts.
The thing is, I'm almost in a way surprised that Conrad broke.
And GPA just tempted the devil. Spit right in his face.
Demarcus Conrad, we don't know if a win is what he's searching for. Maybe
he's just throwing wildly now.
We're just grounding and pounding GPA.
This match is completely broken down. You know, skill and technique, which both of these wrestlers have in strides, out the window. This is a fight.
Yeah, this is 2 guys trying to prove they're the toughest kid on the playground and underground.
With the march on the steel chair. An eye for an eye here.
Those power bombs, some of the most vicious maneuvers that we have here in underground wrestling. Those Marcus Conrad power bombs. GPA knows he's got to avoid it.
GPA almost...
Oh, catches him with the legs and takes him down. A rare moment where GPA has been outthought, and maybe it's because his head is just in a different place than it normally is.
I think that factor, GPA's intelligence, we can't even count right now. I don't even know what wrestler we're watching. This isn't the same GPA who rose his way through the ranks over the past year.
No.
This is a completely different guy. Marcus Conrad going up top. Seen a lot more risks out of Conrad taken since he's tried getting within the good graces of Jesus Bryce. What could he be doing here? Replicating what Bryce did last month off the pipe, possibly.
Diving headbutt, but nobody is home. GPA getting the hell out of Dodge, and the crowd here in Villa Park knows this is his opportunity to turn the tables.
GPA has to get up now. Conrad on his back if GPA even wants to score the victory. This crowd in Villa Park quite behind their favorite GPA.
GPA on his feet and poised, ready to attack at any moment. He's ready to strike. Look at his eyes.
Oh my. Oh.
Charges and just levels Conrad. Follows up, takes him down again.
Nothing pretty, but it sure is effective.
Spins him around, and he has hit the cram session. Center of the ring.
Cover.
Andy Long counting the 3. That is it. No. Conrad able to get the shoulder up.
These two in the midst of a heated battle have been quite the barn burner. But again, to them, I mentioned it last month with Bryce and Eric Priest. It's almost like the crowd doesn't need to be here. It's about the men in the ring right now. They don't see the audience. They don't see Andy Long. they don't see our wonderful Smart Mark Video camera crew. It's about them right now.
GPA shoved off. Hurricane Rana by Conrad, but he is just stirring. It only took GPA down for a moment.
I think it was straight out of desperation. He had nothing
not
else to
something
go.
he normally looks for.
Power bomb coming.
GPA gotta fight his way out here.
Hurricane Rana
Launches him into that top turnbuckle with it.
the opening.
Harriet turns him inside out.
GPA gonna go for the cover here, I believe.
1, 2, and 3. No, Conrad somehow hanging in.
Mason Conrad, or Marcus Conrad, rather, of 6 months ago, would not have kicked out of that. But again, he's not fighting for himself. He's fighting for what he believes is a greater
Yeah,
cause.
you want to talk about someone being a different individual. This was a guy who he was still everybody's rude.
And he's shaking his head
but
no, as if he's almost like begging to Bryce.
Yeah, he's now fighting for what he believes to be a higher power. And that is a scary, scary thing when you have an individual who believes that what he is doing is for a greater cause than himself.
GPA,
and that is what we have in Marcus Conrad.
GPA taking way too much time here, though. And the GPA of even 3 months ago would not have done this. He would have gone straight for the pin.
Could we see a jackknife cover? Oh, no, no, no.
GPA tried to block the triangle, couldn't get it.
Trying to fight his way free.
Buckle
bomb in the corner by Conrad. And what does he have in mind? Oh my goodness. Slaps him with a power bomb.
The strength of
Is he pulling
Conrad.
him up again? And he drops him with a sit out.
That's a GPA might be done for.
Yeah, think about how many guys go down after one power bomb. He just leveled GPA with 3 variations of a power bomb.
Cover.
This one's over. 1, 2, and 3. No! How in God's name is GPA still in this contest?
It's because he's fighting. He's got more to fight for than normal. Crossface.
Crossface in center of the ring. And after taking those 3 power bombs, that'll do damage to your
GPA
back.
tried to fight out.
Really fill your limbs. I can't imagine him escaping at this point.
GPA, I think he's trying to get out, but it's just slightly slower. The sweat of the individuals.
Oh, and he's turning it into a choke.
Oh
And he's
my.
headbutting the back of the head. That is banned in all combat sports because the amount of damage it does. It's concussion city right there. Now
he
he's
tried to
being
fight out. All he
choked.
did was move it lower.
No, a mistake by GPA trying to reposition. That is on the throat. Conrad is choking the life out of him.
You can see the life coming out of GPA's fingers. He might be out.
I don't know. Referee's got to check him.
Referee Andy Long raising the arm.
He's out.
Match
He's
over.
out. Yeah, we stop at 1 here at Underground.
Marcus Conrad, big victory.
Ref, get him off!
If you guys can hear us in the back, we might need more help
Get
than
someone out
Andy
here.
Long.
Get someone out here. Get someone out here.
What's wrong with you, Marcus Conrad? And they can't get
You
him
got
off.
security. You've got referees. They're trying to pry him off. And Conrad's not
There
giving it
are
an
4
inch.
grown men in that ring who cannot get him off. It's as if the spirits.
Oh, wait.
Wait, there's Bryce.
Jesus, Bryce.
We've seen the church completely transform in front of our eyes. Beauty and the Beast out, Marcus Conrad in, and Underground Wrestling is about ready to go through hell.